Hi, my name is Anthony. I'm an MIS major and a computer science minor, and I was just in a research project for the MIS department. It was really exciting because Temple University is a huge research facility, and I got to be a part of that. I'm also in the Association for Information Systems. We bring in people every week like Amazon, Google, Apple, to talk about the newest and greatest technologies that are coming out that will be relevant to us, especially when we graduate and where we're looking for jobs. Through AIS, we go to Duckery and volunteer for kids. We put together computers. We do the whole shebang for them because we really want to help out the community. And last year, we also broke a world record. We made 49,000 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. That's roughly 49,000. And it was under 1 hour, which was very exciting. I'm also passionate for technology outside of school. I use an app called Udemy, which is a huge platform where you can do multiple coding languages. It's a pretty cool application. And I also entered the Data Analytics Challenge, which is kind of relevant to Udemy because we used so many different applications in order to make the challenge. Unfortunately, I wasn't featured in it, but it was still a great experience and it still showed a lot of perseverance through me and my team. I was always on teams because I played soccer my whole life. And the best team I was on, we were 50th in the country and first in the state. That was a really big experience, and it was really, really cool to be at that level of game where I was playing with almost professional players. I was also a referee and a coach for soccer. Referee first, we made a lot of money, we were certified, it was fun. It was a really cool experience. We worked with kids ranging from 15 to 8. And coaching, I was a volunteer coach for Warrington Soccer Club. And it was U12 girls, it was my sister's team. Even though I had a bunch of young girls, we still got all the way to the playoffs, which they were excited and thrilled about. And that really motivated them to keep playing soccer when some of them probably wouldn't if they didn't have me as a coach. I was also very motivated through my third passion, which is biking. I really like to bike, and we went from Camden to Ocean City through the Bike MS, and it was 80 miles and it took 6 hours, which is not easy to do. And I also went to Bucks County Community College, which that wasn't easy either because I thought I would be getting out of the house, first of all, but I still got through it, got a 3.56 from there, and now I'm at Temple University. I worked for a small company called Some Roofing and Siding in Chalfont, Pennsylvania. It is about roofing and siding. I was a laborer in 2013 to 2015, and then I was promoted to a junior accountant in 2015. That was a really great experience for me. It was really interesting to move into an actual part of the business that dealt with actual business. The position really had bookkeeping and secretary type duties like QuickBooks, making appointments with people, writing checks out, and talking to other suppliers about what they have and what we need to get to the position or to the job. My boss came to me about 3 months after I started, and he wanted to start a project which was going to the Philadelphia Home Show. I thought it was a great idea. He asked me what I thought. I thought it was a great idea because of how it would get our company out there and how it would really show everyone around us that we're not just some small no-name company. It would really show everyone that we're really professional and we really do good work. We then came up with banners. He came up with banners that he came to me and said, how does this look? He didn't come from a college background. He didn't come from a business background. He was just a roofer himself. And I told him really that they weren't great. He understood. He got it. He knows where his lane was, where he was just a worker and I was actually going to school. But we worked together and we made a great banner. And the problem was that he didn't have any of the logos from the companies we used on the bottom of the banners. So it was kind of just an ambiguous house. So I told him, that wouldn't really work for people that are trying to see what we're all about, which we're about quality and we're about quality assurance from the manufacturers. The banners he fixed and they came out great. And the first day of the weekend of the show was great. It was amazing. First of all, there was a ton of people there. Second of all, we got praise from other booths in general, but we also got praise from other roofing booths, which was a really cool experience to see people that were competing against us coming over and really thinking that we were doing a great job. We got a lot of praise also from the people. We also had a popcorn machine that might have been a bit about it, but we're going to leave that one out. But we got a lot of praise from other people for being there, and also they got to see all the samples that we had, really high quality, really nice to talk to everyone who knew what they were talking about. Like, I know how to talk about roofing and siding things because I was taught how to do that. Afterwards, after the weekend was over, we had a bunch of people's business cards, we had a bunch of people's numbers and all of their appointments that they want to set up. And from that, my boss gave me a bonus, which was a great extrinsic motivator. Even though I'm more of an intrinsic person myself, it's always nice to get something like that, some money every once in a while. It always is. And my boss really made me feel great. He really motivated me to keep doing what I was doing. He told me, there's more money in it if I keep working the way I was working, and it made me feel awesome. One of the first concepts that we learned in class was the top 20%er concept. I say it as concept because it's not a real thing, but it's something that people can strive to be. What you want to do to become a top 20%er is you want to have above a 3.5 GPA. You want to be in a leadership position in a student professional organization, which is AIS, which I talked about earlier. You want to have around 3 to 4 great internships at great companies, which Fox provides that for you easily. And you want to have some really motivated people that want to be top 20%ers because they really want to be the next biggest thing in business. We also talked about how LinkedIn and the Wall Street Journal are really great ways to learn about the real world and also be connected with people that are going to be really good resources for the rest of your life. Wall Street Journal is really good for everyday news, of course, because it is an online app as well as a newspaper, and you can read about the new things coming out. Like today, there was the missile crisis, or not the missile crisis, but we launched missiles at Syria, which has caused a huge uproar. We learned that Snapchat is having problems trying to become a bigger company. We learned that Uber is having problems with leadership. It's a great way to stay immersed in the business field. And we learned that LinkedIn, through groups and also through meeting other people on LinkedIn, is a really good resource for meeting people and learning where people are coming from. And we also had to write about a company, and luckily I am going to be interning with this company over the summer. I hope they don't terminate my contract for right now. I didn't do anything wrong, but it was Prudential Insurance, and I learned so much about them through writing about who they were. It was really cool to see where their CEO went to school, where their money is going, how their stocks are doing, what they look like, and especially that they are the #1 health insurer in the country right now, and they have a huge following in Japan and in the rest of the Asian countries, which I had no clue about. We also learned that we had to work in groups to create a musician project, which was we had to find a good musician that would be a good business person for a while, be around for a while, and we chose Kanye West. But the forming and storming stage are two of the biggest stages in Tuckman's model, and my team really used this well, and I'm really proud of my team for doing it the way we did, and we had a very successful recording and very successful project because of it. And we also did the Myers-Briggs personality test, which was awesome. I had no clue that I was the way I was, which was like 66% thinking, which I had no clue was even possible, but it was.